Transformation. Transformation for me, when I was in my early 40s, was quite literally as though I had put somebody else's skin on and I had stepped into their lifestyle. Hi, my name is Uriel Mesa and I'm with KTSLifeCoaching.com. This is what happened to me when I was in my early 40s. I had hit a wall, and I started to realize that the way I was living my life up until my early 40s was not sustainable. And when I say that, I'm not saying that I did a lot of like terrible things to myself. I mean, I went out with friends and I drank, and I had a lot of fun. But I started to realize that I had always loathed the person that I was. And I did that secretly because I would tell my friends how much I love myself, but deep down inside, I couldn't stand myself. I had no idea what it was like for me to love myself, or if that was possible, or if that's something I should even look into. But some things happened where I had a choice. I could either make sure that I become, it's hard to say this, but to basically do myself in, or to allow myself to step into the person that I am now, which I am somebody that I actually love who I am. And when I say love, I mean much the way a parent would love a child, and even especially a child that maybe has special needs of some sort. They might have not only love, great love for this child, but very protective of this child. And that's what I feel like I have become. I've become that parent to myself that is very protective of myself. I'm very aware of my boundaries and I exercise my boundaries all the time. I have so much self-respect for myself and in love, but not in an arrogant way. So when I transformed, I actually felt guilt around allowing myself to have all the good that I was getting. And I realized I had to do a lot of work with myself, and I did, and it was quite the journey. It was not easy, but I can say with the utmost certainty, it was well worth the time and the money. I would have paid more than double for the transformation that I went through. And even though it was hell, I'll be honest, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went through it, because I would not want to be the person I was up until I got to be in my early 40s. That person was fine. I mean, looking back, that person was fine, but I was so ready to move on. So when it comes to achieving audacious goals, this is what you have to do, is you have to allow yourself to step into the person that you need to become in order to achieve that goal for, well, I'd say for the last time, but yeah, for the last time, up until you have your next goal. I feel like what happens a lot of times is, I'll use the example of weight loss. We are taught that it just takes willpower. That's all you need to do is, willpower, and you will eventually lose the weight. But what happens 9 times out of 10 is you get to about you just need that last 20% to achieve your goal. And then all of a sudden you come crashing back down. And I'll tell you what happens. And that's your mind chatter. Your mind chatter is telling you that you don't deserve to have the health or the healthy body, the healthy mind, or whatever that you want to have. And a lot of it could be old belief systems. Sometimes I refer to them as tribal beliefs, sometimes in neighborhoods or groups of people that you hung out with. It could be family beliefs. It could even be religious or political beliefs. I don't know. It's different for different people. But there is there's mindset chatter that's going on in your head, and that's actually what's keeping you from achieving the goals that you want. This is true for not only weight loss, but also for I refer to them as audacious goals. I work with male clients who are over 40 who are high performers, and some of the goals that they have, I couldn't even fathom achieving some of these goals, but they can, which is cool. And I help them to achieve these goals. And as they know, none of these goals or achieving these goals are going to be easy, but they're ready for the fight. They're ready and willing to do whatever it takes to achieve these goals. And I actually learn a lot from my clients, which is actually pretty cool. Because sometimes when I feel like I'm coming up short myself, I think about some of the things that my clients have actually accomplished during the time that we've been working together. And I remind myself that, okay, this is the thing that you're teaching or helping them with, and now I'm falling short. So then what I do is I start to take the big leaps that my clients do. And then next thing you know, I get to the next level, and then all of a sudden you kind of think, wow, this is pretty cool. This is what my clients go through all day long. And so I have to remind myself to do the very same thing. So as I've said before at the very beginning of this video, sometimes when you're transforming, because I'm a transformational coach, as you're transforming, you must leave behind, thank the person you once were, but leave that person behind and step into the person that you need to become in order to finally achieve the goal that you've been trying to achieve. Okay, I digress. My name is Uriel Mesa, and I'm with KTSLifeCoaching.com. And as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you.